Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try this again, and I say again because I have over the years spread 10 to 15, whatever, attempted to do some garden videos of our gardening life, our homestead, well, mostly our gardening life. Videos I've started, and a page I hope to have started and stuff, a channel I hope to have started, and so I got videos that I downloaded, or I've got in my camera still, but I downloaded to another channel or stuff like that, but never really got anything going. So I wanted to give it another attempt, and this here is part of our garden, our home, maybe called our home, and need to take care of some of these that I've had anyways covering from this past fall. And we've got another garden area up over there, and our chicken, good, in fact, might see the chickens somewhere around here. We have them running around loose for the winter and stuff. And I'm looking at the and part of this, and in fact I've got the cover right there. Here where I'm at, we have a long spring area, fall and summer, and what I've attempted, we had an early, for us at least, we had an early frost. I'm zooming this in because look, now I'm hoping those are good tomatoes, and these little ones feel okay and stuff. We love tomatoes. So if anyways, I was trying to say that we had an early, it was early November or mid-October, we had an early frost. Usually what I try to do to extend our season is to cover some of these, and that's what I did here. Where we had eggplants and tomatoes, and that raised there, and also the tomato, sweet potatoes. So I covered them, and we're blessed to have a few more weeks of them growing, but then you can't do it all the time, so I just had to finally let it go. And so what I'm out here doing now is I'm going to not clear everything, but I'm going to clear this particular bed I bought. And in fact, this was a TEMU, I'm sure, I'm saying this knowing that people may tune in or people may not tune in, but it'll be a nice little video diary, at least, of what we hope to have accomplished. Anyways, I'm going to clean that out today, and bought Martha, bought her some onion seeds at Lowe's yesterday, bought some radish seeds, bought some bulbs for onions, and also garlic. We love growing garlic, we love growing tomatoes, and I gotta be careful. I can go off some rabbit trails on tomatoes and stuff like that, so I'll try to stick with. So I'm gonna clear this off. Going to, well, I'm out here, and this is part of again, I covered this because we had sweet potatoes. That's the old banner I had up for a while. I need to take down, and that is also our sweet potato garden, and I'll go over that. And it was a little bit successful, but not as successful as I had hoped. And I think that blue cover is what I used to keep some of the vines, but of course everything's growing underneath, and I was planning on watering it last night just to start hopefully growing. But look at these. These are, they feel, oh, look at that. That's a beautiful tomato. And these survived, and probably part of it is because they're covered by our home wall, and back here, oh, that feels so nice. She'll like that. Yeah, so I'm going to come back by, and I'm going to pick the rest of these. Oh, these are beautiful tomatoes. And in fact, I'll pick these green ones are still good too, and of course they're going to ripen. So what I'm going to do, and this here's you clean this area up. We collapsed right there. This was a nice greenhouse provided by nephew Michael a couple years ago. We put it up. Of course, our makeshift raised beds here and there. We use buckets. We use what we can. I won't go into this or enter into that, but I cover that so you can see some of those, so the cold got to that. Work on the zipper and everything like that. Grapevines back there. Asparagus, there we go, asparagus. We've also got asparagus way over there, and I'm going to shoot this way over there, right? But way over there was a garden that we let it go for the year. I think we let it go a couple times, but one time, our first year, produced really great. Hopefully we'll work on that again. So I'm gonna try this. I don't know if anyone's going to pay attention. And oh, these aren't these are golf balls, not real eggs. I've got these here because I was cleaning out the shed whenever the days were kind of warm, and it's not even above 50 today. Of course, the spikes. And when I was cleaning out my loving dad passed away. It's been a good 20 years, but I had he used to collect golf balls over the years when he was golfing and everything like that. Some of these are crossed out. I think this one's crossed out. Yeah, an ultra. I think that's crossed out. Yeah, and but some of them were good ones. I think this is a good Titleist. I'm not sure. But some old golf balls he used to collect, so I was cleaning out and stuff. So those aren't real eggs, but fake eggs. So I'm going to clean this out first, and then I'm going to take those tomatoes. There's another one, and take these in the house. All of these that I collect. I'm going to clean this. Again, you can see that bag's not trash. And I stacked these when they were on sale and just keep them around here, and they keep the things warm too, and just empty them. But I had that bag just to cover. I put some sweet potatoes in there, as well as the great cherry tomatoes. We love the cherry tomatoes, and that vine produced quite a bit. And the eggplant. I love eggplants. Just that quick rabbit trail. We had a lot more. Always watering, and tomatoes aren't always producing. I think that's because it gets so hot here in our climate, and once the fall comes in, it cools down a bit, and then things produce. And so that's what in here chilies. Anyways, let me pause this, and I'm going to clean that up right quick. So I double checked. I wanted to make sure that I'm not pulling things out. So yeah, Martha said pull, just cut so I've got some clippers here. Going to cut these, and of course this is going to be compost, but I'll cut or break most of these, compost it, and then going to, I believe, plant onions in there. I'm looking for a couple more from TEMU or wherever stuff. Got that free or inexpensively at least. TEMU, so I'll try to get us a few more. She likes those. So getting there a little bit and making progress. I'm actually looking, I'm gonna put some of this in the wheelbarrow, our makeshift pallet, our makeshift compost pile over there. It's a tomato from here, I think, no, from the other one. And I'm actually looking forward to going through this and see what I can find from gardens, but there's a little bit of progress. Using the Hula-Ho, I like these little Hula-Hos. Grabs underneath, and especially when you're weeding or something. And actually this tomato, had trouble trimming it off. It's still a little green. I probably cut too much for it to grow, but who knows, maybe it'll grow, keep growing, so it kept warm, so to speak. That's how some of those kept growing. Some of the tomatoes just kept warm or not frozen here completely. So it's Robert. I hope that I get a good start to posting this. I hope I do get around to posting this and just starting even if it's just for ourselves, starting a little home and garden expo. Ours, and I'm going to, so I hope that looks better. How's that? Martha said, she said to whatever's left in there she'll clean, or whatever needs to be done, and add soil, and I believe she said she was going to start the onions here, and it's dropping down. Well, it's below 40. It's gonna be getting dark soon, but not doing too bad. And again, I'll cover some of everything else. I'm going to take that to the compost pile and part of its trash. See if I can work on this right quick. Okay, so I got through a bit of this, still cleaning up for January tomatoes. Let me finish this. So as I think I said earlier, I covered some of this, at least earlier on, just before or after the first harvest, where they, maybe if I remember right, they even survived that harvest, that first frost. Still get some more here. So getting what I can and then cleaning it at the same time. So this one's still green at the bottom. I wonder if it'll still grow. Okay, so I've got most of these, all these tomatoes picked, and most of these are a relatively nice harvest of tomatoes. A few squishies, frosty squishies in there still, and of course what's cool or unique about the tomatoes is they can still green, they can still grow red. This one's still green too. I wonder if it'll do the same thing, if it'll still, anyways, maybe I'll water them just to find out. And a few smaller ones. So there we go. The our not summer, but our winter January tomato harvest. Not bad. I'll find out if some of those have just gotten too cold to go red. But so here's and I'll get these from I put the vines there, cleaned up the sheets, and take care of this thing too, and finish clearing that, and finish the TEMU Garden there, and got that ready for onions and stuff. So if anyone sees this, I hope you like the premiere of my attempt again at another at a little work on our home garden. Like I said, in the past I've tried to do it, especially when we've had sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are the easiest thing, one of the easiest things to grow. I'll get into that later. I'm going to put everything away, get in the house. Yay! Let Martha see the tomatoes, and then go from there. Anyways, again, anyone that's watched, I thank you for checking out our little home and garden. Maybe that's what it'll be. Home and garden. And forgive the raw video. I hope I can I know I've already tried editing in the past. It's a long and lengthy process. I've got probably the YouTube editor, I guess, on my phone, and then Canva. It's all a lengthy process figuring it out, editing, but forgive the rawness of this. And again, I hope I do get around to post it. And again, good January harvest, thank God, and thank you all for tuning in to us. Thank you.